sing a happy song together, and we'll all be a happy family.
Oh, hi and welcome back to the next episode on this never-ending Grundig TK12 tape recorder. So, last time I removed the insides of these, which are 0.2 microfarad plus 100 ohm combos, leaving me with the Paxilin tube. So that will act as an insulator. Now, I bought some resistors and capacitors. Obviously you have to buy more than you need. The resistors probably a bit of an overkill, but I thought, well, there's plenty of room, so let's play on the safe side. There's a 100 ohm resistor and a 0.22 capacitor. Then what I've done is taken one side up this side, twisted the two together, soldered that on like so, and the other end I hooked round here, and then here's one I did earlier. So I've got the capacitor with a bit of heat shrink each end, joining those two together, and then all I've got to do is slip this tube over there, maybe pack it in with something and tie it onto the top of there, and then I've got the other one to do, which goes down tucked under here. So that's those two, and nearly complete now. And now, as you can see, the graveyard of old capacitors is building up, and there's that one that was cracked all down the side. And these little brown ones, a few of those around, they test very leaky. So there's a couple of the old rectifiers there. The fuses will go back in, and I'll have to think about how I'm going to lay this out. This is where the rectifiers and smoothing capacitors will go, with the HT smoothing capacitors. Now underneath, if I can just turn this over. As we can see, the crusty capacitors have now become nice new red ones. The mystery 16 microfarad was wired down to something down here, so I've remounted it over here. Now all this ground plane sort of wiring was already here. I just added a piece around here so that I could mount this, and these components are quite small and they're quite lightweight, so that's quite rigid, it's not going anywhere. And again, capacitor that was laid down under here was now here. I didn't have 16s, I put 22s in. I'm sure that'll be fine, allowing for the tolerances of the old components. Then there is another capacitor to be put in. There's a loose wire there. There's an old one still in there, waiting for those to come today. It's a 4 microfarad high voltage one, and I didn't have any of those, so I've got to put a 4.7 because you can't get 4s. Again, I think that will be okay. And there's a small electrolytic there, but that's a low voltage one. That's just a cathode bypass type thing, I think. And there's a small one here that's been replaced with that. So, yeah, I didn't have a 1500 picofarad capacitor, so I made it up of 2 33s in series. And there's the smoothing caps for the low voltage side. They are the same value as the ones I took out. Well, they're 220s and the old ones were 200s. So those two little capacitors down there replace two of these. And they're actually a higher voltage rating. These are rated to 35, that's rated to 50. So that's how much smaller they are than the original components. And again, I've soldered onto this ground plane that's existing with some stiff copper wire to support them there. And really, I think that's pretty much the recapping done. And then it will be a matter of working on the rectifier, which was part I was going to do first, but I ended up jumping into doing all the recapping because I had the time and we had a wet and rainy day come along, so I made quite a bit of progress now. Most of the recapping is done. I'll worry about resistors if things don't work. Basically, that's my approach, because all the components in this actually were very high quality, and it's quite surprising how some of these, at least on the little Chinese tester, didn't test too bad. I think the high voltage ones wouldn't be good at their rated voltage, though. I would expect them to be leaky. If I had one of those lovely advanced old-fashioned capacitor testers that test them at full voltage, then it would be it would reveal a lot, I'm sure. I'm not going to risk them, so I've replaced those with the new ones. But that's basically an update on it, so I'll continue finishing off doing these resistor capacitor combos, put the Paxlin sleeves that I saved over them to insulate them, and when the other capacitors arrive, I shall be fitting those in, or well, that one in actually, for the 4 microfarad one. So that's the state of play at the moment, and pleased to say that I've actually made a fair bit of progress now, and it will be coming to the time soon when I'll be actually be able to try and see if it does anything. So let's catch you in the next one, and bye for now.
Sing the happy song together, fill the air with harmony. Sing the happy song together, that's the song to choose. For pushing away the blues, keep the heartstrings running, there's a good time coming. It will keep on humming a melody. Sing the happy song together, and we'll all be a happy family.